coming at you with some face it, you're human news. Are you breathing? I'm breathing. Are we together? Are we one? Here we go. Today is, I believe, Friday. Let me double check. July 3rd. Is that what we got going on? I know we had fireworks last night in Keewatin. Yes, today's the 3rd. So that means, we got street dance and fireworks in Nashwauk. At 3 p.m., there is a pinup. I don't know if it's a contest or a presentation. I did one a few years ago in Virginia, Minnesota. And so I just might pretty myself up and put my little 50s dress on and head on over to the little competition. And even if it's too late to join in, I didn't know about it till yesterday. So it might be too late to join, but I can dress up and participate. So I did the contest I was in. I didn't win anything. I didn't even place. I was going for authenticity. So I had like more authentic 50s makeup, hairstyle, and everybody else went for 50s sexy. So, but I did a 2-minute baton routine with a broom to Elvis Presley. Wasn't blue suede shoes. I had 2 minutes, and this Elvis Presley song was 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So I used it for my performance. So I could do it again. Let's see. The subject I picked today was, whoa, there's a lot of people out there. This time of year here in northern Minnesota, what happens is everybody comes home. Case in point, my mother has rented the same cabin for 20, 25 plus years because we come here. I was gone for 30 years, but I came back every year. Hi. And marched with the alumni band, which I will be doing tomorrow. I might do the 7 in the morning. We have it used to be called the 2-town 10 million nanometer race. It's a 10K. There's like 6 miles in between Nashwauk and Keewatin, and we run and walk on the trail. Hi, Eva. Hi. Let's see. Arsenal? Arsenal. I get it. Took me a second. And Rampage King, it's good to see you here. So let's see, my plans. I could go 3 o'clock for the pinup contest. I probably will. Stick around, have some food, hang out, visit some friends. Hi, new sub. I love it. This is a good time of year. And like I said, my mom comes back. I was gone for 30 years, but I always came back to March, 4th of July in the alumni band. Now, ever since I've lived here, our numbers keep getting smaller and smaller. Last year, we marched with 3 people. We had a tuba, we had me on a flute, and then we had a keyboard. We don't have a drummer anymore, so we have an alumni that the keyboard keeps our time, and then she learned how to do a little bit of drums on the keyboard. I have a practice pad, so next year, hopefully I'll have a snare drum and I can be helping keep time instead of, we get paid $50 per parade going towards this scholarship fund that in all the history of the scholarship, there's only been 2 people that have ever gotten it. And it's not a hard one to get. You just got to march as a senior and march the next year as an alumni. Oh, you can tell I was a charmer. Yeah, a way with words. Okay, since you mentioned it, I'll divert what I'm talking about. Uh, I had this built in flirt when I was single. And what it was is I have some tattoos. I'm more private about them. I have most of a chest piece and then some on my ankles. And you know how people would say, hey, do you have any names on your body? And I would just laugh and say, yeah, I have everybody's name on my body. And they'd go, what? And so I'd lift up my leg and I'd reach my leg up and put it over across their lap and pull up my sock to show them this. You can kind of see it. It's an X, it's a square. What it is I created a design that has every single letter of the alphabet in block form, kind of like how engineers write their letters. And I included a couple of little lines that make a Q and then another little one to make a tilde. So I can now say I have English and Spanish. I have all your names. So yeah, then of course, the person I'm flirting with, oh, they just have to take their finger and test it and try and find all the letters of the alphabet. So yes, I had my own little things I kind of created along the way. But yes, I am a storyteller and yeah, charm. That's a new one. I don't know if charm's ever really been used for me, but and so I have a ton of fun with a couple of different things, and I'll keep sharing for you. Um, just kind of me being me, learning how to be me along the way. So back to where I am here. I'm talking about how the fact is everybody comes home. So our population triples. Okay, Nashua has 980. Keewatin's got just shy of 1,200. And then Hibbing has 16,000 and Keewatin is like 4,400. Now, 4th of July, everybody's home. So like I said, it triples. To make it even more interesting, Hibbing, we don't celebrate 4th of July. Most all the businesses are closed tomorrow here in Hibbing to allow people to celebrate the 4th because the next week, Hibbing, man, it's huge. It's Jubilee week. We celebrate Hibbing becoming a city. We don't really celebrate America becoming America. It's kind of weird up here. But the result is like a 3 week long party, the whole month of July. You go north of Duluth, you be prepared. Yes, we have tons of nature and lakes and that peace and quiet you want. But you go into the cities, even the little ones, lots and lots of people. 2019, I was at the bars on the 3rd, and I've been sober 14 years now, but back then it was only, 9 years. And I kept count of everybody who offered me drinks. And of course, be over by the bartender sometimes when the offer would happen. So these two bars counted every single time. And by the end of the night, I had been offered 54 drinks in a 3 hour period of time. So the bartenders, we said, next year we got to come up with let them buy it and we'll split the money at the end of the night. And I'm like, cool, we got a plan. Oh, then COVID happened. So this is the first year since then that we might be able to do something about this. We might have our own little system and see how many drinks people want to put into me. But it's not peer pressure though. The way it happens up here is you have an offer. If you don't want it, fine, more for us. But it is peoply. And when you're not used to a lot of people and you're seeing all kinds of people that, yeah, you might have history with, might amends need to be made or just an acknowledgement of a past. Most of the time, that's what we do up here. It's just an acknowledgement that the past existed. So here we are. It's a highlight, lots of people. And I used to be the social butterfly. I used to be that person in the mix of it. And all of it was me, but I don't know, it was an illusion in a lot of ways because I don't know. It's I'm a powerful force. And when I'm around, things happen. And I'm the person that could end up going to go to the bathroom and coming back with a llama and a construction cone and a couple of new friends. So it's kind of the way I roll. But at the same time, I could sit back and just have my camera and be taking unique photos or taking in the way the light is sparkling against the glass and seeing a reflection in it. Anything's possible with me. But the peoply things, what we're talking about today, not all of us do well in those circumstances. We get to a certain point and we got to take a little break, or we got to have some quiet time, or and own it. Let someone know I need a break. I've had too many people. Don't sugarcoat it. Don't try and make it a graceful exit because other people are going to invite you to stay. The one thing I can tell you, you have to be firm with some of those boundaries. You really do. Because it's your own mental health that's at risk if you don't. The times when I've stayed when I should have taken the break is when an argument happened, my feelers got really hurt, I got tired, I left on bad terms, and none of that needed to happen. If I had just been strong enough to walk away when I needed to so I could return and enjoy it. So it's my challenge to you. We got fireworks, we got people, we got parties, of course, alcohol and drugs and sex and all the amazing craziness that goes along with it. Pace yourself. Set your guideline first. So, as with everything, we're going to do a little bit of face it, you're human right now with the concept of what to do or how to manage when it's too peoply. So, here we go. For a refresher, face it is focus, accountable, communicate, engage. Then we have space to grow, integrity, time, space to feel, and not one, not two, three exclamation points. Because life is joyful, life is bliss. Fill in the word. Those are mine. So here we go. We're talking about being too peoply and how to kind of manage. So now that's my focus. So I take a breath. I know it's going to be peoply. I am aware of this. Awareness brings the accountable. So now I'm accountable for my behavior, my actions, my feelings, because I know it's going to be peoply out there and they have their own things. Everybody's got something, everyone. And most of it's pretty big because it's personal. So I'm being accountable for my personal and not projecting it onto someone else. Okay, so now we got that accountable part. I am accountable. We move into the communicate. It's always starting internal. Make your little game plan. Maybe you need to, yeah, I'm only going to have 2 drinks, or I've got a designated driver. I've got a friend that keep me, hi, Guzman. Guzman. I like Guzman. I like the ooh sound. Thank you for being here. It's one of my first mods. I'm so happy to have them here helping me uh, to entertain and engage you while I'm kind of. Oh, you can't find me on Instagram? Well, I will go look and see what I named myself on Instagram. I saw your comment, and so I'll get back to you on it. Thank you for letting me know. All right, so now here we are at the sea. We are communicating internally. We want to try and keep these positive. We want a little positive internal because we're going to be wumping up for people time. External communication. Remember, we have our game plan. We want to be gentle but firm with our requests when we need a break. Okay. E, engage. Okay. Most of this is going to be, depends on the night plays out. You got a lot of internal. So I'm going to shut a little bit of my internal engagement off so that I can engage externally with people. We're going to shut that down just a little, saying, I don't need to engage with me. Now's the time to explore all these people around here. So we're leading into this space, first space. I was born in 1965, January 30th. I am the beginner of Gen X. I am one of the eldest within the first 30 days of that little genre. So I know exactly who and what I am in that area. But when I was born, there was nothing up in space. We hadn't even been there yet. Empty, natural. Now, guess what? There's a whole bunch of man made crap up there. And you're bouncing around against it, kind of moving in between it. I am 61 years old. So then, as you're doing this, is your space to grow. So you're going to bounce around with faith, focus, accountable, communicate, and engage. You're going to feel what works for you. You're going to play around, maybe try something new. Listen to somebody you haven't heard before. Rely on an old standard. The choices are yours, but this is where you get to play. Now, we do what's important, positive or negative. Doesn't matter what it is. You could be having issues with substances, and if it's important to you, you're going to keep doing it until it's not. What this brings you to is integrity. I believe that integrity is as fluid as the things that you find important, but it's yours to define, it's yours to create. So as you think of your integrity along with going out into being all peoply, you might appear different to them. And that's okay, because it's all part of how we are facing it. You're human. Brings you to tea time. You and I are right here together breathing because of time. Time allowed us to be here. That's it. That's all time does, is it allows separate things to come together. It's man-made. You can make what you want out of it. We all have the same amount. That never changes. What you do with it, how you process it, how you feel about it. Now that, ooh, that's a whole minefield of stuff, which brings to the second space, a space to feel. Now we're going to feel what's important. We're going to feel time and its effects and make our plans. Now the face it part, yeah, we're already moving along. We're making corrections. That part's pretty stable as you move into this. We're feeling. Feeling can be tough. Some people, it's the doing that's hard. The feeling, they got it down. Me, it's the feeling that's harder. I have to really identify it and face it. You're human helps me be able to identify those things when I'm working in the space to feel. Now, these feelings, remember, they only last 90 seconds. Anything after that is your memory, processing it and developing what you think and feel and remember about the feeling. So be patient and kind with yourself. Take that breath, allow the feeling to happen. Then decide what you want to really do, what you want to do, and remember that feeling. Those things, I'm here. Okay. This brings us to not one, not two, but three exclamation points because life's joyful, life's blissful. Now we're talking about being out with lots of people when it's not a norm. So to make it joyful and blissful, I'm going to remember the reason I'm out there being with all the people. For one, this is an opportunity that only comes in July. It's the only time it happens. Everyone comes home. It's a unique miracle of this world that I live in. And not every community is like this, but ours is. It's a damn guarantee. You come in July, you're going to have people. I want these memories. I want to share with you part of this wonderful community. It's 25,000 people in Chisholm, Hibbing, Keewatin, and Nashwauk. There's about, 20 miles in between. And so it's unique. It's not Minneapolis. It's not Duluth. It's not Virginia. It's not Grand Rapids. It's just this little area in between with a county line between it. That's what makes it even more unique. We are all furthest from our county seats with a county line between us. We share resources, we share dreams, we share goals, we share lives. And I'm grateful. I'm so grateful to be in this community and supporting it. We have no taxi. Once it shuts down at 5:30, the Arrowhead bus system, you got nothing till 7 in the morning, even less time on weekends. So I'm started a transit company to have a bus that goes round and round, but it's going to cost a lot of money, about 125K up front, so that I can handle payroll and everything with no problem. So we're going to need to build to that. So I decided, screw it. I'm just going to start a taxi. So this week I tried to buy a car. I've never bought a car on my own that was more than 11K. This one was 17. No go. They said I need more down or a cosigner. So that's where I am. I'm getting the money together. I'm going to have little handouts for my community with my Venmo and say, hey, you got a vehicle you're not using? You want to give it to me? You want to loan it to me? Good price for me to buy it? Because especially right now, with all the drunks that are going to be on the road already, 8 in the morning, they're out there. We get an average of 15 DUI arrests per 24 hours in this 20-mile stretch. And I really want to change that. I really want to help that. And I'm not going to be doing the driving. My hands are kind of not doing so well. Rheumatoid arthritis, but no diagnosis, basically, is what's going on. It'll happen. The blood work will happen when it happens. But I'll be the boss and I will hire good people and we'll have something up here for at least the next 30 years until I die. But I'm on disability, learning how to be human after discovering in 2020 that the Mormon church is false and everything I had given my life to didn't matter. Now I'm finding things that matter. And it takes a lot out of me. I was raised to obey the law of consecration and be willing to give up everything and allow the church to provide me with all my needs. I was raised to be a wife and a mother and a supporter and manage year's supply of food storage for every member of my household and sew by hand and do plumbing and construction and be willing in the next life to be a sister wife and eternally pregnant to provide spirit children for my planet. Sounds wackadoodle when you say it out loud, but damn it, that's what I was raised with. And until 6 years ago, it's all I wanted. It's all I needed to make me feel. And then, yeah, the the reality of what it is and the reality of the life taken away from me. I will probably never regain the money. I've been on disability since 2021 because I'm a vulnerable adult. I have to learn so many things that happen out there with the peopley people. And so, oh, do I answer any questions? I will absolutely answer your questions. We're just kind of talking about peopley being out there when you got a lot going on. Um, but no, I'm not venting. I have a subject. Thank you. Mhm. My difficulty is following the chat and then keeping my brain back on what I was working on, like with the script. I try and have a script and then I go way off of it and then come back to it. But ask away. I'm absolutely interested in learning about what you want to know. I am not married. I have had 3 husbands. First was 2.5 years, and I had my daughter. And the second was 8 years. And him and I, we were sealed together in the San Diego Temple on our 5th wedding anniversary. And then, oh, let's see, was it a year later? I don't remember if it was a year later or later that year, he molested my daughter. And we split up. He was in the brig. I stayed married to him because of my patriarchal blessing and what it told me. And then it was about 2 years later when I realized that he was lying and would just wanted family. He didn't want me. Um, I was trying to reunite my family. That's about the only biggest thing that the church did. That, yeah, I should have divorced him immediately. I went through 2 custody battles and won them both, but in the end, that was one of the big marriages that drastically changed me. And then my third marriage was very different, very amazing and wonderful in so many ways. And then my drinking, my inability to not be Mormon, my ability to separate that was what caused a lot of the demise of that. We stayed seeing each other for about 2.5 years after the divorce privately, and then he remarried. And so I've decided I don't know, through all my stuff, I'm basically asexual. I think to live life over again with what I know now, I still would have had a child because I always wanted children, but marriage, sex, the relationships, yeah, that stuff. I am Mormon on record. Yes, I am. I was excommunicated for living with my boyfriend that I later married. Meanwhile, that husband that molested my daughter, he was only disfellowshipped. He wasn't removed from the church, but yet I was. Wackadoodle. Um, so I was rebaptized. I am a member of record. I haven't removed my name yet. I need to go to quitmormon.com, download the paper, have it notarized, and then that lawyer will take care of it. Which just goes to show you're in a cult. If you got to have a fancy way to get out of it, that's messed up. And I might not. I don't know. It doesn't really mean a lot to me. 6'7", 6'7". Is that what you mean? Wait, 6'7"? I just know it's a word that a lot of young people use. Um, let's see. Oh, Mormon. My dad joined the church after the divorce. My mother was never a member, and I was 2.5, so my whole life was spent. And then my stepmother's, my grandmother, her mom is the youngest of 26 kids with 2 wives. So my my stepmother and myself, we're the first generations not living polygamy in that family. So it's a heavy influence on fundamental Mormonism versus the regular Mormonism. So it's a challenge. It is a challenge. Here in 2026, it's the first time I don't have food storage this year. I kind of went from a year, 6 months, 3 months, 1 month. Now I just go to the store when I need to, and it freaks me out. I feel naked not having all of it. I'll get there though. What do you do when you have too much of anything? This specific episode is too much peoply time. How do you take your little breaks? How do you protect yourself and your relationships? Because we need those connections, even when they might be just a little bit too much. So sorry, we're all falling off. Ah, my magnet came off. I am very new at a lot of what I'm doing here with this channel and with myself. Ask questions, make comments. If there's something you want to know and I miss it, get back to me because I am new at this and I appreciate a little bit of grace. But at the same time, hold me accountable. I'm just a new content creator, new person, sharing a little bit of the experiences I've had and the way I process and how Face It You're Human might be able to help you. I'm going to get ready to get out because this is the peoplely time and I want to be out with the people right now. I want to have new experiences, maybe make some mistakes, maybe not get along. But no matter what, I'm going to have fun. I'm going to explore me and maybe create a better relationship with current friends. Maybe invite someone out to coffee, invite someone to head over to Nashwauk for the 3 p.m. pinup contest. No matter what it is, I want you to know your worth, the time and energy and efforts you put into anything, because it's yours and it matters. So like, subscribe, share, the YouTube-y things. Like, subscribe, share. But the biggest thing I would like you to do is I want you to remember you're human. We're all human. At our core, we're human. We breathe, we eat, we need food, we need shelter, we need clothing, we need connection. How we go about getting those things is a whole nother ballgame. But the bottom line is we are all human and we all have the same basic needs. So keep that in mind. Be gentle with the people around you, be gentle with yourself. And I want you to know that every breath is another chance and another choice. So what's next? Get out there and live it. And I will see you